Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now here in my hands, this is the 3V Gear Sovereign Redline Backpack. I've covered this in a prior video for a first look and impressions overview. Now at this point, I have gotten this out onto the trails in a couple of different scenarios, and this has been fantastic. I think this is a great bag for a number of different reasons, and it's one thing to look at it, it's one thing to talk about it, but it's another to get it out into the field and see if it's really going to work for its intended purposes, carry gear the way you need it to, be a good, comfortable ride in the scenarios you put it up against, and this pack being large enough, it can hold a considerable amount of gear. So it's hard to make a recommendation for a backpack if you haven't carried it out into its intended purposes and intended use. In those scenarios, it really tells you a lot about it, and that's exactly what I've done here today. So what we're going to do when we come back, I'm going to roll in a bunch of that trip footage, talk to you about how it was to carry this bag, but with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you, and if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. Now, before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at 3V Gear who did provide this for review. Now again, this is the 3V Gear Sovereign Redline 50-liter internal frame backpack. I have covered this in a prior video for a first look and first impression video, but now it's time to get ready for an outdoor backpacking and hiking adventure. And when I say adventure, I absolutely mean adventure. So as I'm packing this up and getting ready for my trip, the first thing to say is I will be showing all of my trip footage. So if you are interested in watching that footage, you will get a very good understanding of what elements I was up against with this 3V Sovereign Redline Backpack. But if you want to skip all the way to the end and get my final impressions, go to 21 minutes and 9 seconds. But at this point, again, you can see me packing up with all of my gear. This is the largest backpack 3V Gear has made to date at the time of this video. This was built to withstand very harsh conditions, which for the most part, I do have to say, it has done a very nice job. Generally speaking, this has a very nice harness system and is capable of carrying your gear with ease. Now, this is a 50-liter backpack. Typically for me, I do fit in more of a 60-liter pack, but because of all the attachment points, this has definitely worked. And you'll see, I did put the organization and attachment points to good, solid use. This has heavy-duty ripstop construction, YKK zippers, rubber zipper pulls, die-cut MOLLE, bottom compression straps, attachment points all over, comes with an included rain cover, 2 water bottle pockets, and a thick padded waist belt. Not to mention laser cut MOLLE all over this, excellent compression straps, and adjustable shoulder straps. It does have a ladder system, and it does work effectively. I was able to get this backpack to fit my body style literally perfectly. But at this point, let's get into the adventure. Again, if you want to skip to my final thoughts, go to 21 minutes and 9 seconds.
Like you, I didn't bring any stove. When we went on the last trip together, like trying to like kind of reduce certain things. I
could have got away with. I should have put my Jason on it. Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. That was yeah.
That was
you got
Michelangelo. Was the last one I got.
As we were talking about, you were getting another.
It's called the arm drone. That's what I do. I arm drone it. It's called check out that dog.
Yeah, it's like goes really fast. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah, this is that little basin.
Yeah, it's cool. It's nice. I don't know if I'll be saying the same thing later, but at least so far the bugs aren't too bad.
No, they're here, but not killing me.
See, we'll see how we feel at 6 p.m. tonight.
Yeah, sure.
So one of the biggest things about this bag, initial impressions, packed up extremely well. Carries pretty well for the most part. Got into camp. You could see me working out of it very effectively. I like that. So fitting my gear, perfect. The only thing I'm finding right away, it's hot out today. It's in the 80s. This does not have a ton in the way of ventilation. So what I find I'm trying to do is kind of loosen the straps a little bit, get the bag to sit back now that I've lost some of the weight in here, and kind of open up that airspace. But unfortunately, it is translating a little bit of the weight down into my hips that I can feel. And even without a ton of gear in here, you know, a good amount of weight just in water and food. But, you know, other than that, not a lot of gear. And I can still feel it a little bit on my hips. So, in other words, cinched up, it's not a problem. But then without a lot of ventilation, it's kind of hot.
Rushing.
Whew. All right, you ready to start?
Ready to start.
It's ready to start. We're into it, but we're ready to start. How'd that feel?
I feel great.
Nice.
I needed that.
Oh, now we go up. That tree? It's cool. nice. This would be what they call the rock slide, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Point.
I think this is called the rock slide.
You're right about this.
Oh wow, that goes way up though. Holy crap.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is gonna get real. I like it.
Shit.
Yeah, that's pretty good, huh?
Wow, yeah.
Not gonna be able to see, but yeah, that's about pretty good getting right there. You ready for it? I guess we'll find out.
See why they call it a pyramid.
Hello, sir. Hello. Getting a view, right? Let's see what we can do here. That's legit, huh?
Yeah, that's legit.
Wow.
It's been a little while, huh?
Yeah, welcome to the warm-up. Season premiere, right? Way to pick 'em. This is awesome. Feels good.
How is this path, Audrey?
Yeah. I'd say this is real.
That'd be a tumble for the
It would.
ages.
Use tools.
My legs are destroyed. Yeah.
What a view, man.
Done anything else? What was that thing about hiking makes you have nice legs?
Sick.
So cut up. No, muscular legs, not nice legs. Oh. The same way that like being a ballerina gives you nice legs. Except for like the horrible, horrible damage it does to your feet. And your
Did we make it? Is that official?
What's that?
Is that officially the top?
Yeah.
Wow. So picturesque. Yay. Nice. Good job.
Yeah.
Nice job, Terry. Whoosh. All right.
Hey guys. Big body of water.
Yeah. It's the right shape and stuff. And
Big lake. I mean, that's huge.
yeah. Yeah, I'd say.
Feel it?
The one staircase.
We might now have.
Close. Still haven't seen that first couple.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I just don't imagine we were going past it. But they could have been, we were going past it.
Wow, this is sketchy. So there you have it, the 3V Gear Sovereign Redline Backpack in some considerable use situations. That was intense. A really, really cool hike, great scenery, and really putting myself to the challenge as well as the gear. Now, the first thing is carrying this with weight. It worked out very well. For the size of this pack and the ability to carry my gear, typically for me, I'm closer to a 60-liter pack, but I was definitely able to make the 50-liter scenario work. That's a big deal for me to have a pack that can really fit my gear and fit it effectively. That is the first thing. So because it has some attachment points, because it has MOLLE, because it has straps in strategic locations, I was really able to take advantage of the space not only inside the pack, but outside as well. The general layout and construction was suitable. I have no damage whatsoever. The ripstop nylon doing a nice job. The ballistic nylon doing a nice job. The only place where I feel like they could have gone maybe a little bit heavier duty is on this sort of Hyperlon MOLLE. This is a laser cut MOLLE, and when you say Hyperlon itself is a brand product, is a brand name product, much, much thicker than what you have here. So it doesn't stretch as much, but even over a little bit of time, this really doesn't seem to be terribly stretched out. It's just a consideration for 3V gear. Maybe go with a slightly thicker gauge. But the zippers, no problem. The construction, no problem. And what really had me happy overall was the quality of the harness system. Now you'll notice that a couple times I was nervous that this strap would have popped over the shoulder, rubbed against me, and maybe left a hot spot. It didn't really do that, so that worked out just fine. And the fact that you can adjust the ladder system on the shoulders also working out very well. Now I found as though the padding is maybe a little undersized for ventilation, not for comfort. Comfort was not a problem. I had, no worries, no hot spots, no rubbing, nothing bothering me. It's just the fact that it's a little undersized for airflow and ventilation, but again, not a big deal. And the waist strap, nice and wide, perfectly padded, no problem. The ability to adjust the waist belt worked out very well. Again, the lumbar maybe a little under padded, but it didn't bother me. It didn't leave any hot spots. All it really does is it makes the bag sit a little flatter against your back, which reduces the airflow. But at the same time, the fact that it rides well is first and foremost. The fact that it carries my gear well is first and foremost. And the construction, sound and durable enough for my adventure. So to the people at 3V Gear, very nicely done. I do like this bag. I think it performed very well. I was very happy to get a look at this, both in the first impressions overview, but now at this point, out in the field in a practical application. And so, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, a look at the 3V Gear Sovereign Redline Backpack, 50-liter version, very nicely done. And so with that, if you like this content, do me a favor, take a look at my Outer Limitless 2 channel, which is more on the tactical and firearm side of things. At this point, that channel is growing quickly. I have a ton of videos up there. So if you like what you see here on Outer Limitless, do me a favor and check me out on Outer Limitless 2. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.